Zika.
Zika is not the major problem here.
It was Zika, but I didn't have any other symptoms.
Stop the corruption.
HipTV hit the streets of Rio de Janeiro and we sampled the opinions of Brazilians on what they think is their top 5 most prevailing problems.
I would say security, or every time, every day, everywhere. We now in the Olympic Games, we are okay with security. We do have police everywhere, and well, but without the Olympic Games, it's not like this. So it's a concern for me. We can't be like with our phones everywhere. It's not normal for us to be like this. So we are always afraid of something. That's my main concern, not Zika.
I think like more security, even though in Rio nowadays with the Olympics it's way safer, but I think security is the main problem of Brazil.
Yeah, this is one thing that we talk about here, because our main concern is if we will have all this security that we are having during these Olympic Games after all this ends, because we live here and we know about all things that we have to be concerned about security, and we don't have this feeling that we are having now all the time. So we really expect that we have the security police in the streets, so we can count with this.
For stop the corruption, because in our country, a lot of politicians is still corruption. They stole money from the people, yeah.
Politically, it's the most problem we have right now, and because it's consequence we have a study.
Education, everybody. It's gonna be help for a lot of the problems here in Brazil, even Zika or some other problems. Education is the best thing to do.
First of all, I would say Zika. But I think that nowadays our main goal is to improve our education and security. And also get rid of some politicians that are not working as well as we expect them. My daughter, she's here, she's already got Zika virus. I mean, we are getting used to Zika virus, but it's not, if you're pregnant, you have some risks. But I think we are taking care of this issue here right now. But it's not it's a very hard issue to control, but we are trying to.
The Zika virus is, of course, a problem, a Brazilian problem. But I think the media really put this in a very big question, a very big task. But I think like Florida now have more cases of Zika virus than Rio. But I really think that we should like clean our water, because it brings mosquitoes and these things. But Zika is not the major problem here. Our big problem is our poverty people, our violence in our city, you know. It's not about Zika virus. It's not the big problem. The biggest problem here. It's that, I think.
I would say poverty, lack of, how can I say, the resources are not very well spread among the country and the people. So there are many very rich people and many very poor people. And we also have the infrastructure. There's a main issue here in Brazil. I think those are the two main issues.
And health, it's very bad. Public health and public study, because if you don't pay for the study and for the health, you have bad time on the line, waiting. It's very bad. But it's all because public and the corruption, it's very bad here.
We also stumbled on a recovered Zika patient who took us through her illness and how she recovered.
I actually just had like red dots all over my body. I didn't have fever or throw up or feel sick. I just had the dots, and then I was concerned about what it was. So I just went to the doctor and did the test, and it was Zika, but I didn't have any other symptoms, just the red dots all over my body. Fine, it just itched a little bit, so I put I took some medicine to stop itching, but I didn't have any other health complications.
Whether or not Zika is a media exaggeration or poses as a threat, experts still advise that precaution and awareness should be taken.
Shine in Rio, brought to you by
T-Select. Now you're talking.